to my kitchen. In this segment, I'll be showing you how to make food shown in cartoons. On today's menu, our item comes from a show that I admittedly wasn't vibing with at first. I remember watching like an episode one time and I was just like,
this girl is way too much.
But after giving the show like a genuine chance, I really came to love it. Like, it's just chock full with like colorful characters, an interesting plot, and it just brings to the table so much heart. Like,
I just grew fond of it.
Oh, and the show is Star versus the Forces of Evil, and today I'll be making Marco's super awesome nachos! These nachos are actually a lot more than what they appear on screen. The creators of Star vs. the Forces of Evil actually published a book not too long ago that actually featured Marco's super awesome nachos, and I definitely see why it takes them a hot minute to actually make these nachos. Because contrary to popular belief, they are not just chips and cheese. So for this dish, I'll be following that recipe with a few little tweaks. And no, I do not have my PhD, nor am I a pretty handsome dude, but I feel totally qualified to make this. So without further ado, let's get started. To make these zesty nachos, you will need tortilla chips, a block of soft cheese, I'm using cheddar, milk, salt, flour, pico de gallo, 1 tomato, 1 lime, 2 avocados, butter, pinto beans, a red or green jalapeno, black pepper, chili powder, paprika, cumin, cinnamon, and the ingredient that I completely forgot to mention, oil. But before we begin the ancient art of making nachos, we must first wash those hands. A true nachoist may only prepare when hands are cleansed of impurities. Now let us begin our nacho journey starting with the beans. Bring out a pot and set it on medium heat. Then pour in the whole can of pinto beans as well as 1 tablespoon of oil and stir it around. Then wait until your beans come to a boil. Once your beans are to a boil, stir them around so they don't burn to the bottom of the pot. Then add a dash of pepper and salt. Then let it sit on the stove on the lowest heat setting while we work on the guacamole. Bring out a cutting board and place the 2 avocados on it. Now begin to carefully cut the avocado in half, and once in half, carefully strike the pit with the no star with a knife and turn it, and the pit should come out easy peasy. Now just peel off the avocado skin and start slicing your avocado into block-like pieces. Once that's done, bring out a bowl and place your avocado cubes into it. Then just set the bowl to the side. Up next is the tomato. Bring back out your cutting board and place your tomato on top, and cut your tomato in half and one of those halves in half. Just save the other 2 for a different occasion, we won't be needing them. Next, begin to chop your tomato into tiny pieces. Time to put the 2 together. Bring back out your bowl of avocados and place your tomato pieces into it. After that, using 1 half of your lime, save the other half for your chips. Squeeze the lime juice into the bowl. Oh, I almost forgot the jalapeno pepper. Just mince it up into tiny pieces and add it to the bowl. Now I realized that I was going to need a much bigger bowl for what I was about to do. So grab yourself a bigger bowl and transfer the ingredients into it. Then it's time to basically mash your ingredients together until it becomes a creamy guacamole. Once that's done, add a dash of salt, pepper, and chili powder for taste. Then place the guac in the fridge until ready to serve. Onwards to the nacho cheese. Grab a grater and your block of cheese and start shredding your cheese. It's important to not just settle for pre-shredded cheese because they have some type of preservative that doesn't really work well with making nacho cheese. So use your inner spider with the top hat abilities and shred that cheese. After that, take your newly shredded cheese over to the stove, cause it's nacho cheese time. Grab yourself a pan and place it on medium heat. Then add in 1/4 a cup of butter into the pan and wait until it melts completely. Then place 2 tablespoons of flour into the pot and whisk it around until it becomes a nice blonde color. Then add in 1 cup of milk and whisk it until you see the content start to thicken, which won't take very long. Once your roux is at this chunky looking stage, turn the heat to low and add a little bit of milk at a time while stirring until the consistency is like a melted milkshake. Then add a handful of cheese and whisk it until it's well blended into the roux. And repeat this step until it's as cheesy as you want while having the consistency of nacho cheese. As soon as that's done, add in a dash of chili powder and mix it until it's thoroughly combined. Now all that's left is the chips! Grab yourself a bowl and place your chips inside the bowl and sprinkle some paprika, a dash of chili powder, a pinch of cinnamon, and 2 teaspoons of cumin. And this is a step where you would squeeze in the juice from the other half of your lime, but since I accidentally used both halves for the guacamole, I added in some chips that had a hint of lime on them. Then just mix your chips together until all the spices are mixed well with the chips. It's finally layering time! Bring out a festive plate and add in the first layer of chips on it. Then add on some beans. Next, a generous amount of nacho cheese and a sprinkle of pico de gallo. And repeat this process until you basically have a mountain of nachos. And once that's done, ta-da! And there you have it. Marco's super awesome nachos are complete. I feel confident that Marco would approve. This mountain of savory and zesty goodness is sure to fill you up in no time. So unless you have the stomach of, well, baby, I suggest you eat these with friends. This recipe also called for the guacamole, so I just added it on top. But enough about that. Let's see what my sister and her friend have to say about it. Alright everyone, today I made Marco's super awesome nachos. Alright, tell me what you think.
Can you take one?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like a rainbow. I don't even know what it's It's really good.
And that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it, as always. If you have any other dishes that you would like me to make, please let me know in the comment section below and I can see if I can do them. And stay tuned for more dishes coming your way. And hey, if you like this video, please let me know by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And that's it for me. Thank you again for sharing a part of your day with me. And I hope the rest of your day is nifty. Until next time. Oh my goodness, this is truly a satisfying thing to watch. I was doing the voiceover for this and I was like, I can't help but watch it melt.